Austin getting some left tackle. Reps.
Yeah, back to high school.
Yeah, what have you thought about that?
It's felt good. It was weird at first, just being from when I came in last summer, moving over to right tackle and taking right tackle reps. So I just had to find my groove with it again. But I think it's enjoyable. I like it just as much as right.
What do you think about this new offense?
New offense, Coach Glenn and all that. I'd say just in terms of what we're running, it's a lot the same. But I think we just simpled it up a bit. A lot of the calls, like we got rid of extra calls. We have a lot of formations going in, where we can run different packages out formations, running inside zone one way, but same formation, other stuff like that. So I think just because of that, and last year I've become more accustomed to it. I feel a lot more comfortable just knowing my calls, knowing where I need to go. Still working on a lot of the technique stuff, obviously getting better, acclimating to the next level. But in terms of just familiarizing myself with the offense, I feel a lot better, a lot more comfortable.
What do you think about just replacing 3 starters in your group and how that's going along?
I think just when it comes to we lost Kellen, Donnie, and then Henry Haddis, or Haddis, however you say his last name. Sorry, Henry, if you're watching this. The guys that are stepping up, Ben moving into center, and then we got Des Holmes coming in, right tackle, Spencer and Chris rotating at right guard. All guys have stepped up, and I think it's still going to be a good group. We're still going to try and be the best rushing team that we can be. Obviously, we're trying to run the ball, get as many yards as we can. And then run to pass, settle down. And so just those guys stepping up, they've done a really good job. I like all of them. I think we all get along really well too.
What was your off season like? What did you do since last season to try and put yourself in position for more playing time?
Gain weight. First thing was gain weight. So I came in as a freshman summer around 289, and then I want to say about middle of the season I dropped down 262, just losing water weight, baby fat, just a bunch. So I've been talking with my strength staff, Coach Joe and all them, just getting me back up. He wants me around 280 or 290, like pushing towards 300, just to have more of a base with me, and obviously putting on the strength part coming in. And then I say a lot of it with Coach Cav has just been working on leverage, playing with more bend. I think that's a big problem I've always had, is not playing low enough, especially now at this level. Like, guys are just as big as you, just as strong as you, got to have that leverage on them. So those are the main things: getting bigger, stronger, and then obviously just playing more consistent with leverage.
Did you say 262?
Yeah. I dropped a lot. It was
a lot of weight to lose.
What are you now?
280, 282.
You mentioned Dez. Just how does he fit in his short time here?
Oh, he's a great guy. He's super strong. Everyone's always routing whenever we do our lifts, and we have like big squat fight and stuff. He's one of the last groups that usually goes, so everyone's running around him. He's super great on the field. He's a good mentor too. He's always pulled me aside if I'm messing with somebody. He's like, hey, you want to do this? Like on the jump steps, I got a bad habit right now of jumping outside if I think he's out too much. So he's like, you just got to shuffle down, like play it slow and get we call it 1,006-inch steps, and just get to him. And then just in terms of chemistry with the team, we all enjoy him. All of us, I think, get along really well with him. He's got a great attitude that fits in with the O-line. We're all kind of joking with each other, but we know at the end of the day it's serious business. We got to be physical. So he's a good guy.
Is Ladarius the main leader of your group, or who has the biggest voice now?
I'd say head guy right now, who everyone kind of looks to is Ladarius, but we still got some other guys. We're like Spencer, I'd say, is another big one, and mainly just that front interior. So we got LD, Ben, and then Spencer, and then as Dez is coming, he started to step in as well.
Ladarius strikes me as just such a happy-go-lucky guy.
He's great.
Can he kick it in gear and kick you guys in the butt when you need it?
Oh, yeah. No, you could tell when LD is when everyone's having a good time, and then when LD needs us to get on, he gets on our ass. Excuse my language, I don't know further.
What is Spencer's leadership style?
He's kind of same the way as LD. He's one of the older guys in the group, so especially with us young guys, he's making sure we understand the thing. If we're struggling on a call and we got him lined up next to us, he'll help us out. Like I know sometimes he helped out the center with the call with the twos reps. He'll actually correct me if I make a wrong call. Like we got a clamp call, out call for outside pressure if the linebacker's hipped up or if he's out. And so if I say clamp but he's outside, he's like, no, that's an out. And so just correcting stuff, making sure we got it down to the T. He's really good at that.
Last year, Rashad was so patient as a runner, and really used his blocks to the best of his ability. Obviously, your backs are turned to the run game when it's going on. But has there anything that you've noticed about this year's running back room and just how they operate as runners?
I'd say with the running backs, of course, we still have so many good guys at running back. Daniels, George, X, who just came in, and all those guys, they're all super good. In terms of, I haven't watched X too much because when I come off the sideline, I'm trying to lock in, see what I need to do, where I did wrong, talking to coach. But I don't think the culture or anything in terms of the backs has changed. I think we're gonna go downhill. I think X can run a lot like Rashad, but in terms of it, I think he's really good. And some of the plays where I've seen him, he breaks it. He hits the hole and just goes. And then with Danny, he's still Danny. He's going to be a good weapon for us this year. I think he'll get a lot more. We'll get a lot more out of him than I think we have. And then with the depth in that, I think we got a lot of guys that can rotate him. Someone goes down, someone's right next up to go.
You guys are playing more huddle offense and getting the huddle more. Does that change anything about how you guys play or think in terms of an offensive line?
I wouldn't say it changes too much for us in line. There's definitely an emphasis right now in practice where when we break the huddle, we got to get to the line and get set so we can make all our calls communicate. That's one of the big things that we've been like. It's like we got to get to the ball, we got to go. But I think in terms of just playing and getting out there and getting ready to go, I don't think it's changed too much. It definitely slows it down a bit, tempos it. I think for us, we just got to make sure we're not, from the huddle to the play, we're not screwing anything up, getting too fast in our head, getting too slow to where we're lackadaisical, loafing around. So I think I like the huddle. That's why I did in high school for most of the point.